All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome in. My name is Alexis Miller, and I'll be your yoga instructor today. So, welcome to week 28 of this Yoga for Pregnancy series, and welcome to your third trimester. It is coming to a close, this experience. So, I'm happy to be here with you. So, if you're returning, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome in. This series has been designed to support you throughout the pregnancy process. So, whether you're following it week by week chronologically, or you're popping in and out of classes based on the amount of time you have and how you're feeling, that's great. Just make sure that you're listening to your body and that you're not pushing beyond those boundaries, right? So throughout our class, notice those boundaries. Where are you ready to extend into postures? Where do you need to modify or just stay in that center posture? Keeping in mind, especially now, our ligaments are really starting to loosen up and prepare for birthing a child, even if you're doing a planned C-section, right? And so it's really important not to push too hard, but instead find that edge and then pull back slightly so we don't overexert or potentially do any damage to our bodies. Also, keep in mind, I don't often cue water. So if and when you feel thirsty, please feel free to step off your mat, grab a drink, and then join us whenever you feel ready. Finally, I just want to say welcome to any partners, family members, friends, or little family members who are joining the pregnant mother in this practice. It's really nice to do these things with support. So thanks for being here. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and come into a comfortable seat. Your legs can be crossed. They can also be straight out in front of you. We're going to wiggle back and forth to root into the sits bones, and then we'll sit up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and inhale, draw our shoulders forward and up. Exhale, drop them back and down. Inhale, the shoulders come forward and up. Exhale, they drop back and down. Find a comfortable position, whether your hands are on your knees, palms up or down, or in your lap. You're welcome to close the eyes if you'd like, or find an unmoving point and soften your gaze here. So, with every practice that we've done in this series, we've started it with a breathing practice, and we're going to do the same today just to help you connect to your baby. So, if you'd like, you're welcome to place a hand on your belly, a hand on your chest, and just take a moment to notice that natural rhythm or cadence that your breath is in right now. Good. And then after the next exhale, take a nice full inhale, filling the belly, lungs, and chest with air, before slowly exhaling that breath back out. Take another deep inhale, fill your belly, lungs, and chest with air. And then slowly exhale that breath back out. On the next inhale, imagine drawing in all of the love that you could possibly feel for your baby and sending it to your baby. And then on the exhale, imagine baby sending out all of its love that it could possibly feel out to you. Inhale, awareness for baby. Exhale, baby's awareness for you. Inhale, expansiveness for baby. Exhale, baby's expansiveness for you. Inhale, spaciousness for baby. Exhale, baby spaciousness for you. Inhale, wholeness for baby. Exhale, baby's wholeness for you. Inhale, openness for baby. Exhale, baby's openness for you. Inhale, love for baby. Exhale, baby's love for you. Taking a couple more breaths just like that, welcoming it in, whatever it is you would like to offer to your baby, and then exhaling out that very same offering from baby to you. After that next exhale, you can release your hands down to your legs or your lap and take a moment to simply notice your breath now that you're no longer controlling it. And then pause here to set an intention or a purpose for your practice today, which really can be anything at all, but it often answers the question, why did I get on my mat? Take a nice deep inhale as you feel that intention with your heart and your mind. And then exhale that breath out, setting the intention off to the side, knowing we'll return to it toward the end of our practice. Lovely. Gently opening the eyes if they're closed. Go ahead and move your prop off to the side if you were using one. To sit and come into a comfortable seated position. Again, legs crossed or straight out in front of you. We'll inhale, sweep our arms wide, bring them up overhead, cast our gaze skyward, and then exhale, twist over to the left, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind your body. Curve your head around into a seated twist. Inhale, return to center, arms go tall. Exhale, twisting over to the right, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind your body. Curve your head around into a seated twist. Inhale, coming back into center. Exhale, twisting over to the left again, really curving that nose around without straining to bring that twist all the way into the neck. Good. Inhale, we return to center, and then exhale, we twist over to the right again, curving that nose around. Good. Inhale, returns you to center. Exhale, drop your left hand down to the mat, step it about a foot over to the left, and then exhale, lean to the left as you reach through those right fingers, coming into a seated side bend. So reach through the fingers, press into the bottom hand. Keep that bicep stacked over the ear here so the torso is nice and open, heart center is open, and we're feeling that deep stretch through the side body. Such a great way to wake up the body, a great way to open up the ribs as well and prevent that crunching feeling that can start to happen, especially in the third trimester here. Inhale, let's come into center, switching hands, drop your right hand down, step that hand about a foot out to the right, and then exhale, lean on over to the right as you reach through those left fingers. So press into that bottom hand, reach through those top fingers. Again, keep that bicep on top of the ear here. So we're open and stacked through the shoulders, nice opening through the heart center, and then a deep opening. Oh, excuse me. Through the side body. Side body stretches always make me yawn. It's a great way to wake up the body, get a little bit of the energy, the prana moving here. Good. Inhale, let's go ahead and come back to center. We're going to roll over our knees or kick the feet out to the side and come into a tabletop position. So hands meet shoulders, knees meet the hips, tops of the feet come onto the floor here. Inhale, sink the belly, lift the head and the hips coming into cow. And then exhale, lift the back, sink the head and the hips, coming into cat. Inhale into cow, sink the belly, squeeze the shoulder blades, look up toward the sky. Exhale into cat, press the mat away, feel the shoulder blades separate. Good. One more round each side. Inhale into your cow, feel that pull through the front side of the body. Exhale into cat, feel that pull through the back side of the body. Good. And then inhale, let's come into neutral. On the next inhale, tuck your toes. And then on the exhale, lift your hips into a down dog. This may be the first down dog of your day or your week. So let's walk out that dog, bending one knee and then the other, opening up the backs of your legs. Take a nice deep inhale. And then a nice deep exhale. A nice deep inhale. And then exhale, come into stillness. So ground into your down dog. Arms are nice and strong. All 10 pads of your fingers get gently grip the mat. Head is between the arms, gaze is toward the toes. Shrug the shoulders down onto the back. Press the chest toward the thighs. Feel the heels reach down toward the floor. Good. They don't have to touch, but we're feeling a nice pull through the back of our legs. We take a deep breath. Let it go. Deep inhale. Exhale, let's go ahead and drop down onto those knees and untuck the toes here. Good. Send your knees wide, especially now you really probably need to be making some room for the belly. And let's go ahead and sink back onto the heels, elongate the arms, bring that forehead down to the floor. It may or may not touch. You can always rest your forehead on your forearms if that's more comfortable, or even grab a prop like a block to rest your forehead down onto. It's totally up to you. It's not a requirement, just a couple options here. So opening up those hips, sinking ourselves down, reaching those arms forward for a nice little arm shoulder stretch here. Breathing. Good. And then we inhale and come on into center. Good. We're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips into a down dog, look up between your hands, step your right foot forward, turn your back heel down, walk your hands over to the side here, over to the left, and then turn your toes so they're both facing the same direction. Bend the knees gently or deeply, and then inhale, come on up into standing. Great work. So we're going to go into a little goddess star flow here. It's a great hip opener, great leg strengthener here. So we're starting with our toes facing the same direction, but then we're going to actually turn them out as far as we can. This is also known as like wide second in bar, or if you've ever done kind of traditional dance classes. So turning those toes on an outward trajectory as much as you can. They don't have to be perpendicular to your body, but just facing outward, okay? Good. We're going to inhale, bring our arms up and bend them at the elbows, creating goalpost arms here. Good. And then on the next exhale, we're going to bend those knees and sink down, coming into our goddess pose. So we're nice and open through the hips, lifted through the torso. We're feeling our legs go to work immediately as we squeeze toward the midline here. Woo, feel that opening there too. Good. Inhale, extend the legs, straighten those knees, and then extend the arms straight up, look up toward the sky for star. Good. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, sink down into goddess. Inhale, up. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, up. Exhale, goddess. Inhale into star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale into star. Exhale, goddess, moving with intention. I know you're feeling it. I am too. Inhale into star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Good. Exhale, goddess. Last one each side. Good. Inhale, star. And then exhale, drop those hands down. Nice work here. Turn the toes so they're now facing the same direction as your torso here. We're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. You may want to have a prop nearby, like a block, could also be a sturdy pillow, a coffee table, the back of a couch, a chair, whatever you may have, or you don't have to use one at all. Okay. So your stance is nice and wide, slight bend in the knees. We inhale as we lengthen through the spine. Exhale as we hinge at the hips, lean forward with the heart center, coming into this wide legged forward fold here. Good. So knees are slightly bent, using that prop underneath the hands, beneath the shoulders and the chest area as you need. But again, it's an option. Maybe you don't need it here. So pressing forward at the heart center for just a moment, feeling that nice pull through the back of the legs, tucking the chin slightly. So you're looking back between the legs, keeping a nice long spine here. Good. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Feel those hips rotate back and up again, so you're getting the full length of that stretch through the back of the legs. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Good. Inhale. Plant your hands on the mat or the prop beneath your chest here. And then start by planting that left hand before exhale, reaching tall with that right arm, coming into this wide-legged forward fold twist here. So reaching up toward the sky, feeling that rotation through the spine, opening through the inner left thigh. Deep inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down, switches with the left, and then go ahead and rotate open to the left. Reach that left arm tall. Feel that rotation through the spine. Nice pull through the inside of the right leg now. Good. Deep inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and come down. Bend those knees generously, sinking the hips down here, and then bring your hands onto your knees, kind of like you're in a huddle or catching your breath, but you have a wide-legged stance. Good. We're going to drop. So leave your hands right where they are on top of the knees, top of the lower part of the thigh. And then we're going to drop our right shoulder as we look up over our left shoulder here. Woo, now we're really feeling a stretch to the inside of that leg. Good. On the right side. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale, come into center, switching sides. Exhale, drop the left shoulder, look over the right here. Woo. Feeling that stretch to the inside of the left leg now. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Good. Inhale, rotates you back into center. Go ahead and straighten those legs, coming back up into neutral. Now we're going to bend into this right knee and start to lower ourselves down, keeping the left leg straight, reaching down toward the floor for support and sinking our hips back toward this right heel. Good. Now we want to try to sink onto our right heel as much as possible. To make that more possible, we need to turn our left toes up toward the sky, coming into our speed skater stretch. You may need to slide the left leg out slightly here. So now we're really getting that full deep stretch to the inside of that left leg. Good. This speed skater stretch is great. Good for the whole pelvic region, opening up the hips. Couple breaths. Good. And then inhale, lean onto the hands, drop that left foot back down, walk yourself back up into center, and then bend in that left knee, straightening the right leg lower all the way down, sinking the hips back toward that heel, trying to get that left heel down to the floor. Again, moving those right toes so they're facing up toward the sky. Now we're feeling that deep stretch to the inside, of the right leg here, using your hands on the mat for support as you need, breathing. Good. All right, we're going to come out of this simply by just leaning back and sitting down here and then releasing our legs. Really great work here. So let's go ahead and bring the soles of our feet down to the floor a little bit wider than our knees here. Our knees are in little mountains, and we'll lean back onto the hands. We're then just going to windshield wipe our knees back and forth, making sure that our knees touch the ground on both sides here. Just getting a little bit of blood flow back into the legs here, getting mobility into the hips as we move from side to side, gently massage those glutes, just welcome in a little bit of easy movement here. This is great for mobility. Good. And then when you're ready, coming on into center here. Now we're actually going to make our way down onto our mat. So if you need a towel off, grab a drink of water, put on socks or a jacket for final relaxation. Now is the moment to do so. We will not sit up for the rest of our practice. Okay. So coming on down onto one side or the other, probably best to stay off your back. Frankly, it's probably not even comfortable to be on your back anymore. So slowly lowering yourself down onto a side here. A hand or an arm can be beneath the head. You can also use a prop like a block beneath the head. Depending on how big the belly is, it may be really comfortable and soothing to lift the belly and put a block or a pillow underneath the belly here, just for an extra little release of your back and all of the work that the belly is doing to keep baby right in that place right there. Again, you can just rest right here if you'd like. You're also welcome to return to a seated position if that's more comfortable for you, if the heartburn is flaring up or you don't want to fall asleep yet again today. So, finding whatever position feels the most comfortable for you and beginning to settle in. Begin to notice how fast or slow your breath is moving. Notice how deep or shallow it is. Notice that natural rhythm or cadence that it starts to take on. Breathing here with intention. And allow your attention to just gently rest on the breath. You're just noticing it, you're being aware of it, but you're not really doing anything more than that. And if and when the mind wanders off on a thinking adventure, it's okay. It happens to the best of us. So simply notice and celebrate the fact that you notice you wander off and then come back to your breath, come back to your inhales and your exhales. If it's helpful, perhaps incorporating a mantra to help you stay grounded and focused on your breath here. Inhale, I am. Exhale, calm. Inhale, I am. Exhale, calm. Remaining here with your breath in whatever way best supports you for just a few more moments today. I'm going to get quiet for this final part of practice so you can have it to yourself. Please know that I'm watching the time and I respect yours, and I will let you out of this posture before the end of practice. So lean back, let go, and just rest right here with your baby. Every second has in itself many jewels, and each minute, each second is itself a jewel. Let us profit deeply from each moment that is given us to live. Bringing your awareness back to this space, taking a deep inhale through the nose, filling the belly, lungs, and chest with air. Before slowly exhaling that breath back out. Take another deep inhale as you begin to wiggle the fingers and toes. Move the arms and legs, gently waking your body up. And when it feels right for you, pausing for a moment and bringing back to mind your intention or your purpose that you set at the beginning of your practice that answered the question, why did I get on my mat? Take a nice deep inhale as you feel that intention with your heart and mind. And then exhale the breath out as you make your way on up into a seated position and we close out our practice together today. So finding your comfortable seat, rooting down into your sits bones, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, the shoulders come forward and up. Exhale, we drop them back and down. Hands come into a comfortable position, whether on the knees, palms up or down, or in your lap. You can also have them at heart center if you'd like. We take a moment to express gratitude for yet another lovely day here on earth and for our bodies that allow us to do so many things, including yoga and growing a baby. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this practice today. It was a joy and an honor, and I hope to be able to do so again in the future. The light in me, it sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for week 28 of this Yoga for Pregnancy series here on Wild Blue Yonder Media. I hope you're feeling a little bit more open and loose in your body and ready for whatever the rest of the week holds. If you like this practice or you like this series, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel and share it with anyone else who would benefit from my style of teaching. Whether pregnancy or not, I've got tons of practices on my channel. I really appreciate it. Also, if you want to bring this into the body, mind, into the spirit, make sure to check out Wild Blue Yonder Meditations. It's a podcast of mine where you can check out all kinds of breathing, mindfulness, and meditation practices that can support you really at any stage of life, pregnancy or not. So, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and I look forward to seeing you in the next practice. Bye.